I would not be okay with I know what goes on in the strip club, and I'm not okay with
What goes on in the strip club?
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
A lot of stuff.
The stuff with some other dancers. Some dancers do extras. I don't. The men, too, though, I can't tell you how many times I have been sitting at a table with a guy who's just going on and on about how much he hates his wife or his girlfriend or whatever, and that's not what I want for myself. And any man that I see in the strip club, like, you're there for a reason, and that's not the kind of man that I want.
You still dance currently, correct?
I do, yeah.
Okay. Do you have a celebrity crush?
No, not really.
I was going to say, if he walks into the strip club, do you date him? But, okay. So, really quick here, who's single? Show of hands. Show of hands. Kind of-ish. You're kind of-ish, but you're pregnant. Hello? Are you on dating apps right now?
Absolutely not, no.
No dating apps?
I stopped doing what I do for work when I met the person I got pregnant from.
Wait, hold on. But so you do traditional... I'm just fucking whatever. You do traditional porn.
I was doing it up until I met this person, and I was very comfortable with them, so I stopped doing it like a week into us talking. I stopped doing the actual corn, like being on a website. I haven't shot anything at all since I met him. So, yeah.
Can I ask you, I'm so sorry.
No, go ahead.
As someone who's done that before for a partner that I met, totally regret it, why did you quit porn for not even a person?
Honestly, I just have been there's been a lot of stuff in the industry that's been going on that I was already kind of getting tired of. So I was slowly transitioning out of it and going more towards OnlyFans because I like being able to in charge and being able to do what I want to do.
Yeah.
So I like that. So I was already kind of getting out of it, and I just really do care and appreciate this person very much. And, you know, he didn't tell me to stop doing it, but I could tell that it made him uncomfortable.
Yeah, they didn't ever have to tell you.
Yeah,
you can tell,
I could tell that it made him uncomfortable, and I really do care about this person. I'm trying to make it work. So for now, I'm not gonna be working in the corn industry.
What are your long-term goals?
So I'm starting to make better money on OnlyFans right now, and I want to get Airbnb properties.
Nice.
Also, I lived in Israel. I served in the army in Israel also,
wow.
so I do want to go back there and I want to get my nursing degree and go back to Israel and help out over there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's very noble.
Nick, don't unstar the red chats, please. You got to keep them up. Here, I restart it. Okay. Okay. The guy you're currently seeing, though, he's definitely the one that
100%.
is the
100%.
the dad.
Yes.
Okay.
There's no way that it's not.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right. So, I mean, for those of you who said you're single, in today's day and age, what does being single really mean? You know? So you said you're single, correct?
Yeah, I'm single, I'm unmarried, and non-exclusive. You know, not really even a situationship. I mean, I have someone I love very dearly who lives in the UK, and don't really know what the future looks like, but when we see each other, we are very much like a relationship dynamic. But outside of that, I don't ask his business.
Wait, so hold on. Are you in a relationship with this guy?
I love this person, and I think what's a relationship? I'm in a relationship with my best friend, you know? These are all relationships. It's just, am I free to date? Yes. Do I have someone that I love that I consider a potential future, exclusive partner? Yes.
Is he seeing other women?
I think so, a bit.
Are you seeing other guys?
I was, but not anymore. Yeah, I'm not really interested in actually dating.
Do you want to have kids one day?
I do. I think I
Okay.
do. I think
With him?
so. I mean, I wouldn't be talking to him or about him like this if I didn't see the potential for that.
That's really wise.
Yeah. Well, we wise up eventually. Hopefully. Or we don't.
But he lives in the UK, and you guys don't really have doesn't sound like you have an established understanding, really, in terms of the boundaries of your relationship.
No, and that's kind of there's a beauty to that. I mean, there are times when I subscribe to the social norms where I'm like, oh shit, do I need to have him committed to me and like, you know, all these things. And I'm like, do I even want him to be committed to me? Am I ready to be committed to him? I don't know. Like, I can't necessarily answer those questions. So right now, so I mean, taking time, like really developing the connection, like, you know, establishing what the values are, really establishing whether this is like a future father of my kids. And if he is, then like, you know, taking it to the next level. I think ultimately I do long for an exclusively monogamous relationship. But I don't know, I've always been really progressive, really open-minded about like ownership and possession.
Okay, but you said you were single, but you're currently in love with a man in the UK. So
I said I love him very dearly.
is there a difference between loving someone dearly and being you're not
I
in
think-
love with him?
You know, I mean, God, I'm in love with so many aspects of him. I haven't really, I'm pretty guarded. And this person lives like long distance, right? So the nature of like the interactions that we have are like short-lived, couple, you know, 3 weeks a month at a time in these gorgeous exotic places, and it's not necessarily like, you know, a great way. I mean, I don't know. I think I've always been a skeptic about like, well, how do you know you're in love, you know?
Is he a wealthy guy?
I'm not dating him because of his wealth.
But is he's
I mean, it's all relative, but I wouldn't define him as like a rich guy, like financially rich.
okay.
He's
And-
really very, very highly educated. Like he's like upper class.
Is he like royal or something? Like,
I met him in a really cool place. He's you know, like not necessarily no.
whose glasses are those? No, just
Yes?
no glasses.
You
just
want them on?
put them somewhere not on the table, please. That works. Okay. So you're in love with him. You see him how frequently?
I love him so much. I love him very dearly. He's one of my greatest, like, I've loved him more than I mean, our relationship is so stemmed and, like, founded in friendship.
Do you want
So I have a
more?
deep
Do you
appreciation
want more
for-
with him?
I think so. I mean, I think so.
Have you had that conversation with him?
We did early on in the relationship.
What does he say?
I mean, early on, we were pretty, like, we met at a wedding, and we were like, there was love in the air, okay? Like, a really romantic setting. And I was really, at first, it was like, you know, it was like a week-long wedding in Pakistan. And we, like, every night, at the end of the night, we kept on gravitating toward each other. And we just had these really, really wonderful, deep, like, conversations. And I didn't really see any, like, I felt platonic friendship. But at the end of the week, he, like, came over and he put his, like, hand on my leg while we were talking. I was like, oh, he's like,
You got the
he's like-
tingle?
The
Yeah,
instigator.
You got the tingle?
and I was
Yeah.
like, am I into this? And I was like, I'm not necessarily not into this, but it took me by surprise because the whole time I had my eye on someone else at the wedding. Because I was like, you know, I was like, yeah. But I ended up really developing this connection. I even remember saying to someone there, I was like, okay, I don't know which guy it is. This was like midway through the week. I was like, with this guy, the one I'm talking about, the connection has grown. With this other guy, it's kind of faded the more I've seen. Like it was like attraction, and the more I see, the less attracted I am. And my friend was like, well, obviously, it's the one with whom the attraction and connection grows. And it's just continued to grow. I have like a deep respect and appreciation, admiration for him.
How long have you been dating him, I guess you could say?
Right? January 2021.
Okay, so 2.5 years about.
Is it you? Because it sounds like you're both, it seems from what you're saying, it sounds like you're both interested. Do you think it's you or him that's kind of pumping the brakes?
Well, okay, here's what it is. He's come to the US and he's like, fuck that shit. He's like, hell no. He's like, no, not gonna happen. And I haven't spent enough time in the UK. So I mentioned to Pearl, who lives in London, that that's why I'm asking. I'm like, how do you like it? She's like, no. I'm like,
I am moving. I am leaving.
yeah. And I like the sun, right? And so he's pretty like fixed. He has an established life in London.
Do you think if you
And-
went to see him like that, you guys would date if you like moved to him?
I think so. If I was in London, like, yeah, I think we'd be together.
Has he said that?
I haven't asked. But, and, you know, and I don't know that it would be fair to ask unless I moved there and we spent time there, like, you know, like long, you know, a longer, you know, period of time. Because everything's been in snippets for us, about a month at a time.